I'll have to go back and check later to see who is winning in the little football thingies. Well, I had it set to record Bowie State at Fayetteville State. I used to live in Cumberland County for 3 years. Yeah, Daryl Armstrong was the star basketball player at Fayetteville State when I was in the county, when I was in Cumberland. Okay, you guys know who Daryl Armstrong is? He used to play for was it Orlando Magic? Yeah, I don't know what else he played for. But, oh man, I'm tired. But, what's the sense in being the best football or basketball player in the world if we're not living the piece of the Messiah, right? It just doesn't make any sense. You can do things, like I told you, I could have taken it down the left baseline and then turned, went straight down and tomahawked on people in Cano Park, because my adrenaline would be thrown. I probably could have done it all the time, just embarrassed the hell out of him. Here he comes again. And they knew if I was doing that, okay, he's coming to dunk it. So, it's not like they weren't going to push me into the pole, right? Fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you, that kind of thing. And, you put the ball in the basket, right? What's the difference if you jump over Akeem and slam it in his face, or if you throw up a teardrop and it goes in? Like that one guy, he goes, it's humiliating the way you shoot it over here, that guy from South Dakota State. And I can gauge. I didn't know about analytics. I just gauge real good. My dad taught me about shooting. You let it go. It's not the person who shoots the quickest, it's the one who aims. So that's one thing I worked on the best when we shot, because we thought about shooting percentages and why DJ had a poor shooting percentage. I said, well, it's because the other guys are really good athletes and they alter his shot. So when your shot is being altered, you have to make sure that you can make the shot, under different circumstances and shoot it any way, but make it because you aim. That's why people used to say about, well, you play like that. No, I could just make just about any shot. I practice them. I practiced shooting here and there and this. it was all with the right hand. I didn't use the left, but I practiced shooting this way and that way and this way and up and wherever you'd have to shoot it if someone was trying to obstruct your capacity to score by shooting. And so it was all about aim. And I'm still that way. I go out in the barn. I rarely miss when I shoot my shots, and I shoot them same way I used to when I was a kid, except I can't explode off the floor and jump and stuff. And I didn't do that as much when I practiced because you don't want to hurt yourself. I did practice my dunk and got yelled at by that ex-vet at Thunderbird Park. Oh, God damn it. I was like, what a old bastard. Told him, when the lights go down, I wondered why no one was playing there. Because of him. And me? No, I practiced my dunk shot till the till the lights went out because I had the park all to myself. So I didn't have a basketball hoop at home. I was in Phoenix. I didn't have one. I had two parks I could go to in an elementary school. And they'd lock up the gates and stuff at the elementary school, but the parks, they had lights that stayed open until 10, right? And that one was open for me to practice. And I was like, why is nobody here? And then I found out there was a grouchy, old, bitchy ex-vet that lived there and yelled at you if you played till the lights went out. He'd bitch at you. So no one bothered. I said, fuck. What? No habla inglés. Like I said, if I was him, I'd be like, hey, this kid's going to be in the NBA. Look at him. Look at him taking down the baseline. Slam. All right. So he don't care. All he cares about, well, I'm sure, if he had to go to work in the morning or I don't know. I don't worry about that shit. I'm not an extorter. I'm not an exploiter. I'm not a marauder. I'm not a raper. And I'm not a murderer. I play soft as cotton. What can I say? Yeah. Softer than a pillow. Yeah, I'm very soft. according to all them. But if you come to rape, murder, and kill, take the jawbone of ass, and I'm going to split your skull in two, because there's just no getting through to you, is there? Lord's Prayer, right? Watched the thing the other day they had on my YouTube thing about Stephen A. Smith. I couldn't stay married because I couldn't stay faithful because I was on the road 200 days out of the year. Right. Yeah, most jocks are that way. It's a mentality. It's their lifestyles, like being in the military. What do you forgive debt and trespass loved ones? That's why I told you I couldn't do it. Not because I would cheat, but it would make me miserable. Where you want? I want to be baking cookies with Miriam and playing catch with Aaron and Brian. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be on the road. I want to do this. Yeah. I had played my couple of years, got out. My wife and me. I was okay. I'll just for 4 years we pay all the bills, and we go to Flagstaff, and then I'm baking cookies with you 24/7. Okay. We'll use some kind of scientific birth control, but damn it, I'm not controlling myself with trying to perform the birth acts. I never too much, never too much, never too much. Poor Amy. Does it always lead to sex with you? No, I just don't get enough. Now, I know I need it. Purine is very important to a man. I know I need it. I'm just not... I just have to exercise and do my stuff and be healthy and stuff and got to recover. And Suzuki's, focus on me. He goes, you're just depressed. And they've attacked you, and you feel all the abuse and the depression of the people being mass murdered in the cities through industrialization and compliance. And you're just very depressed. And you're just such a beautiful person that it's hard for selfish and ugly people to comprehend you. Because they're stupid. Oh my gosh, they're stupid. And so it's really difficult for RuPaul and the Drag Race kids to understand me a lick. It's difficult for the $100,000 pyramid people to understand me a lick. I was watching the people on the Shark Tank, and the guy, I'm just real passionate about people's health. Well, then live the Lord's Prayer, share, care, given, of course, need, built to last, stop all the industrialization and all the stuff. And then, people's diets will be better because they'll need less things to supplement their diet because there'll be less stress and toxins in their life to make the diet, react violently to the body that's being violently oppressed and abused through psychotic behaviors. It's not that hard. Eat more, eat less, move more. Not if you're Michael Phelps, but you move, and then you speak, what was his name? Terrell Davis. He's 16 hours a day. He moved less. He ate more, moved excessively for 2, 3, 4 hours a day, and then slept 16 hours a day and won 2 Super Bowls, right? And so it's, whatever the wackadoodles say do, we do. Where's hard? Hard as a rock, right? And dumb is one too, Prudential, all right. And so, hey, look, that's a big building where people sit there and discuss how they're going to murder people to fill their pocketbooks, right? And they have kids. Stockbrokers and lawyers have kids. Judges have kids. The only person in charge of what matters, what thinks in this room is me. Okay, forgive debt and trespass along one another, faithful pace. You're nothing like King Solomon. You might want to judge yourself a moron. Hey, Judge Judy's here because she's smart, not because she's attractive. There's nothing attractive about accepting money as value and watching people live miserable lives over it. Right? I'm attractive. I'm freaking gorgeous. I was born this way because I'm gorgeous, not because, we're judged by a D there, so there you go. So wackadoodle-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, all those judge shows and stuff like that. You do know that quantum computing has access to all these judge shows, and I pronounce you pitiful. I declare you pitiful. Okay, are you standing up for the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer? Do you understand how to live the justice and the wisdom of Solomon? No. Well, then I declare you pitiful. And I prove it to quantum computing. It's not happening. They've got perfect control of the quantum computing. Everybody that's a mega mogul has one, but they're all in control of it, and they tell it exactly what to do. XI tells his quantum computer what to do. Elon Musk is, oh man, he's smarter than the quantum computer. He's so fucking brilliant. He's won 14 Academy Awards of Nobel Prizes. Carol. Damn it, Mike Tutts is so brilliant, it's not even funny. It's not funny, and he's not. Okay. Brilliant is being humble and living the Lord's Prayer, and then returning to the faith of Psalms and the wisdom of Proverbs. Okay. There you go. And everybody can do it. And not everybody has to completely, well, it's not hard to understand. You can completely understand it. He's right. And if you argue and disagree, he's trying to grasp the infinite with the finite. Oh, it's driving him mad. There we go, Stephen Hawking. Okay, hey, break everything to the most mighty. Quirk it, quirk it, quirk it. And while you're at it, Twitter me this, Twitter me that. And TikTok found a rock, gonna knock this poser's socks off. Whoa, they're purple. Hey, computer nerds, get it right. So for the sun in the middle of the night, but you couldn't get it right. No, you couldn't get it right. So you guys know who I am, right? So the most gorgeous, brave, amazing, intelligent, anonymous man in the history of the internet. Earl broke the internet? No, Earl fixed the internet. Okay. Yeah, all the people that break the internet, you're broken. Okay. You're like freaking Glenn Beck, fourth most influential man in the world. More people know who Rachel Dowskin is than Glenn Beck. Okay. There's more people in China that know who Rachel Dowskin is than Glenn Beck. Okay. Glenn Beck is not the fourth most influential person in the world. He's a legend in his own mind. Heard you had some bad luck with ladies before. They drove you or you drove them crazy. Well, except money is reality. You're all crazy. All right, so I'm watching the Broncos play basketball. Not much has changed since you guys had me in incarceration, institutionalization, indoctrination that I never bought when I was in old Cumberland County, USA. Back in the day when we was dumb, we're not dumb anymore. Don't ever wish you were dumb again. Don't do it. Okay. I remember when I was a little OG, back in Compton in the days of, no, I never lived in Compton. We lived in, what was the name of that place? We lived in Lemon Grove, right? Was that the name of it? Near El Cajon? And worked in National City. National City, California. So I worked in National City. We lived in Lemon Grove. Yeah, that's where I was in California, in Cali, when I lived in California. We lived in a house. It was a nice house. It's up on this little hill, and it was like a bi-level thing. Dad rented it. It was neat. Yeah, like the one in Addie. Yeah, it was neat. It had the wood, and he liked it neat. So we rented that, and it was kind of secluded up on the little hill. And you could drive down so, you could get sleep. It was away from more of the other houses and from the convenience stores and stuff. Yeah, it was a neat little place. We only stayed there 2 months. But, yeah, it was nice. I liked it. Boring. Oh, yeah. Dad reads a lot. So, and he wouldn't let me go down. I had a job, too. I was like, can I go down and rent a TV so I can watch the Olympics, right? But he didn't know. Because when Mom came out and we rented the TV to watch the NBA Finals in Addie, and then we got to the house. But no, he said I could catch up on my reading. I was like, I don't like to read. Most people that write books are stupid. Yeah, Jesus never wrote any books. Neither did Muhammad. They lived them. Homer. Oh. Make up shit so my wife and my kids will still think I'm a good guy because I was out raping, looting, marauding, and pillaging. We know, Ulysses. We know, Odysseus. Had enough of this bullshit. Hey, is that Vanessa Williams? Is a siren? Wow, she's really cute. Think she'll go out with me? I'm too tired. Well, no, I can't be too tired. Period's important to a man. It'll take care of itself. I don't worry about that shit no more. I don't worry about offending nobody. I don't sit there and think, someday my princess will come. She'll be a ex-dancer from an HBCU. I don't think nothing about that. Nah, I used to could, but I don't know more. Guys, I'm the most gorgeous man on the entire planet. When I finally fix your quantum computing, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get taken care of by somebody, somebody I find more attractive than the Italian model that wanted to take care of Truman on the Truman Show. Yeah. I like, I like my women a little bit more full figured. But you know me, Errol's got a crush on Ella Fitzgerald, right? So Errol, let's fall in love. Why don't we fall in love? And so, yeah, the pickings ain't slim for me. So, it'll have to be somebody that I, you know, has to be a good person. That's always been a good person, not a selfish person, not a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Dubai, not a judge. I always had a kind of a crush on Mabel Avia's, but she's dumb as fuck. And Judge Hatchett too. Yes, they are. Because money ain't real. I'm the living embodiment of Laura's prayer. Your brain, you got bad brain activity. It kills your brain cells. I say, if you're going to do it, don't fuck around with it, son. Do it expeditiously. Become a ghost. Jump off Eastside High School, right? Okay, so you know what I'm saying? So, everything changes. Seasons change, expose. That's why I say that a lot. Seasons change, expose. You didn't go to college in the 80s? Okay. Off the hook with your RJ's latest rival? No? Damn. Anybody else? Anyone? Bueller? I used to have that album. I think Steffi took it. Or Shelly. Either one. Off the hook with your love. I'm over you. Woo-hoo. Yeah, that looks like the girls that was in Fayetteville when I was in Fayetteville. Not much changes, y'all. Them having to look at the floor every time we went to the mall. You were looking at her. You want to have sex with her. No, you do. I just want to enjoy my wife and my son without my wife accusing me of wanting to have sex with all the women in Cumberland County. When it's my wife that wants to have sex with all the women in Cumberland County. I'm the hottest thing at the gay bars. I know. Me, I hate going to bars. Last night, all alone in a bar room, met a girl. I don't put myself in those situations. Once I meet someone that says, hey, I choose you, Aladdin. I go, hey, Jasmine, let's go home, get some, we'll have some salad, and then maybe on the weekend, get some barbecue and get busy. And before the weekend, we getting busy practically all week. If you're not on your period, I'm sitting there going to rub your legs, buy you chocolates, or not buy you chocolates, get you chocolates, make chocolates. No, buy Proverbs. Okay, and, make chocolates and feed you chocolates. And then when you're off your cycle, okay. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is that Tiggers are a wonderful thing, right? I'm all right with my youth being completely, disgustingly abused by the most jealous perverts in the history of the world because I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Life's eternal, grace is infinite. And when I'm done, it won't happen again. Fell that motherfucker. I like his attitude. Don't make him, you don't know easy shots. It's like, you suck. Sit down. Okay. Here's a Snickers. Okay, now shut up. Okay. Don't hurt anybody. It's a goddamn game and money ain't real and he's a fucking moron. Now don't coach the Pistons because we parked all the cars. Thank you. You're welcome. Hallelujah, brother. Oh, Ralphie Early Parsons Jr. don't got no jail. He don't lock it. He don't got no gun, so he ain't got no good bullet in his pocket. Fuck off. Shot heard around the world. You're a retard and stop murdering the Kennedys. You're a shithead who murders Shabazz because you're jealous, because you're an asshole. Ha 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 ha. Hoo. Collect all the evidence on quantum computing. I'm more like Steve Biko than people that are darker than me and think they're better than me because of the color of their skin. You racist fucking KKK can. Okay? Hey, David Duke's, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. That's David Duke's cousin right there. Well, how do you know? How do you know David Duke's grandpappy didn't own her great-great-grandma? Mm-hmm. Apple don't far from the tree there. Like Elijah Polk Muhammad. He like Kippy the New and Kyla too. President Polk and all that folk. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. How much money do you have? Why do you try to posterize everybody? I could posterize you I'd posterize you every day, anytime I want. because I need to, because the Lord's Prayer is perfect and we got to be living it. You be getting your ass kicked. I told you all this, man. I be kicking your ass so hard, it be floating around Uranus thing. I have to use the Hubble telescope to find it. Ain't nobody gonna care. You're not gonna be buried next to Zeke in the backyard. You can be floating in outer space, Gary Sinise. Pow! Pow! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! 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 I ain't trying to take Stephen Smith's job. He don't have a job. All he do is he talk too much. All he do is front and lie. He said he had sex with Michelle Leslie Brown, who played ball at the park, man. Ew, right? M to the A to the S to the K. Put the mask on your face just to make the next day. Selfish people be trifling. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, and genders, and sexual orientations. And I am not the League of Nations. And you know it's I and I Selassie like I and I. All right? He's gorgeous. Just fixing historically black colleges because you don't need institutionalization, indoctrination, and incarceration no more. Because I'm the heart of Psalms, the seed of Proverbs, and the Lord's Prayer is perfect freedom when you apply in physics. All right, love you.